Hello everybody, Chris Beast here. In today's video we're going to be talking about the new change to combat that hit in 5.0. I'm speaking of the fact you can't sprint and reload at the same time anymore. I'm going to be giving my opinion on it, and really that's all it is. It's an opinion. If you disagree, then say so in the comments, and let's all talk as a community to try to see what the solution to this should be. Whether we keep it or whether we change it or whether we get rid of it, it's all up in the air, and I'm sure the devs will listen to us when we all make our opinions heard. But first things first, I'm going to just explain what it is. It's very simple. When you hit the reload button during the entire time of the reload animation, you cannot sprint. You just can't. The other thing they changed is if you're proned and you're reloading, you can't move. There's no moving while prone reloaded. This has killed a certain build of people who literally do just that. They spam the B button, reload, and then, reload while prone. I think it's a good thing we killed that build, but that's just personal opinion. I really didn't think that build had any place in the game, but, I understand a lot of people who use that, so they're kind of mildly upset. Now, to what I think they should have done. I think the issue in this is less the concept and more so how it was implemented. The fact that every gun in the game has to suffer from this just shouldn't be how it's working. Some of the guns getting affected by this thing, the worst at least, are shotguns, crossbows, pistols, really those three the most. I mean, a lot of other guns are mildly being affected, but they have larger mag sizes or slower reloads that make up for it. Really, the shotguns, crossbows, and pistols have gone from bad last update to almost unusable in live encounters this update, because while you're reloading, you're pretty much a dead target. This is really true with the shotgun. Crossbow, not many people really use. They're unusable last update anyway. Pistols, they've always been bad. Shotguns, they're not horrible, and to make them just this much more unusable just doesn't make sense in my opinion. So how do I think they could fix this? What do I think the end-all be-all fix for this is? I think it's simple. There is a stat in the game which right now does very little. Gun weight. For example, I'm sure not many of you knew, the AKM has a weight of about 3.1, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, and the G3SG has a 7-something. However, there's very little that shows this weight. I mean, I can grab my G3SG and I can grab my AKM, and they handle about the same. I can run around same speed. My move, nothing's physically changed by the fact that I'm using a heavier gun. I think if they had made this reload changes hit based off weight, they would have achieved what they wanted. Think about it. The guns with the longest reload in the game are the MGs. They also weigh the most. Making it so you can't, sprint reload MGs or crouch reload MGs wouldn't anger a lot of people. Well, yes, it's annoying, and yes, MGs didn't really need a nerf. It wouldn't really affect many people, because most people don't, empty an entire MG mag in one firefight. It's not really something many people do. And if you do it, well, with an MG, you have enough of a mag that you can use the half of your mag, first half for engaging, and the second half of your mag for just finding good coverage so you can actually reload in peace and quiet. But guns that can't afford that, like the shotgun and the crossbow, wouldn't be affected due to their extremely low weight. And the same is true with, the pistols. This also would hit the assault rifles and make assault rifles much more varied. I have a video coming out later this week on pen, and penetration is going to be something that makes guns more varied. There's reasons to choose this gun over this gun because this gun has pen and that gun doesn't have that type of pen. Doing this with this reload thing would have also helped vary weapons. If you make the weight cutoff at 5, then suddenly the AKM, the M16, and I think the G3 as well, so is true with the AUR and the AUR H-bar, all would not have to deal with this issue. But the G3SG, which is a heavier assault rifle, would have to deal with this. And as with some other heavier guns, like the M21 and the snipers. Doing this would change combat. I don't know for the better, but I think it would change combat in a way, and it seems like the devs wanted to change combat. Not entirely sure why. I think all this does currently is just slow down combat and make everyone more aggravated, when I think there was a way to make this somewhat usable. If you don't agree with a 5 cutoff because you're like, oh no, the SG shouldn't suffer from this, I think it should, but if you think it shouldn't, then maybe we move the 5 up to an 8 or 10, so it only affects the MMGs. Again, this is all speculation, and I do want to hear your guys' opinion. This has been Christopher Basin, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you all next time.